Hey YouTubers, 95 Speed GTA here. Today I'm going to show you how to remove the speakers of your 1992 to 1995 Ford Taurus, and we're going to leave Mercury Sable out because the back is a little different. All you need to do this, if they're the original speakers, is a 5.5 millimeter socket, a flathead screwdriver or one of these pry bars to pry this up, and something to put on the socket to turn the 4 bolts out. Basically all you do is you pry up the grill, which is really easy. You're going to want to do it from here. Comes right off. And there's your exposed speaker. Now, I guess I don't have to tell you that that's the original speaker. It's all paper. And that's how you know your speaker's not good anymore. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 5.5 millimeter and you're going to go counterclockwise, get it loose. I don't have all my tools out, so it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a tight fit. So if you got yourself a ratchet, I'd go ahead and use that. And let's get the speaker out. Take it off. All right. Once you get all the bolts taken out, you remove the speaker. As you can see, this is the original speaker. You're gonna have your little clip here. Just push it forward. Be careful because this thing is like, well, depending on how old your car is, sometimes these plastic things, they get brittle. So if you can't get it with your finger, what you can do is not use something this big, but take your flathead screwdriver and just pry it out. And now we got to fit the new speaker. But first, what we got to do is, I don't like to cut these things off. I like to leave it original. So what I do is I take this from the original speaker. There's a press clip in there, you could take it off. And I take this out and I use 2 pieces of wire and I solder on both ends and I attach it to the new speaker. That ensures that it'll never come off, and it just looks a little more professional than cutting and splicing. And that's it.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
I can't. I can't do it.
Do it, albino banana.
Stop filming.
No.
Stop filming.
No. Oh, you're gonna want to use this.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna let him get the left one while I do the soldering for this one, and we'll have an end result real soon. We have an overseer. So, since we got the new speakers, these are Pioneers. These are actually 6x8s, but they said that they will replace 5x7s, so we're fine here. They come with speaker wires, so basically we just do the plus and minus, hook them in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these terminal clips that came off the original speakers, and I'm going to solder these onto them, so it's just plug and play. Alright, you can stop. Alright, so next step is hooking up the speakers properly. If you don't get the positive and negative matched to the positive and negative of the factory wiring harness, the speaker is going to be out of phase and it's going to sound like crap. I've done it a lot of times, and when I first started putting speakers into cars, I kind of learned the hard way. So what you want to do is, if you don't know what's what you're going to want to do is go online and type in the kind of car you have and get the wiring harness colors. For a 1995 Taurus, the back speakers, the left-hand speaker, the positive is pink and green, and the negative is blue and orange. The right hand is pink and blue for positive, and the negative is brown and red. So what I'm going to do here is, when you set up the speakers, and as I said before, I'm going to be soldering them on to this connector that came off the factory speaker to just make it plug and play. You take your positive, and as you see this tab where it hooks into the factory harness, this is positive. You could double check it by lining it up. And I wrapped this around just so I don't get confused. And I'm waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. And I do positive and negative. Put it in. I don't even have to wrap any electrical tape around it or anything like that, because it's fully insulated in there. I don't have to worry about anything grounding. And I do it to both sides, and then we just move on to the installation, and then we try the speakers out. Alright, so we're just going to solder them on. It's hot as hell, so I want to get this done quickly. I know my cameraman is bitching about the heat. Isn't that true?
No.
Yes. So, what you do is you place it on the spot where you want to solder. This is a pretty bad place to be working, but this is all I got right now. And you let it heat up for a couple, well, not for a couple of minutes. Hold on, I gotta get a good spot. Here we go. Should have did this the first time. Now I wrapped it around a couple of times, just because I didn't have anything to cut it. But this is pretty hot, so let's see. There you go. What you want to do is you want to hold it there for a couple of minutes and let the piece that you're soldering onto heat up so you get a good bond. Now, some people don't do this when they solder, but I take the existing solder and I'll heat it up just so it melts and goes onto that just to hold it. Now this extra stuff I'm just going to cut off. So we got one down, one more to go. Again, I'm heating up the existing solder on this side, and it's going to melt onto the new wire, and it's going to hold it on more than one side. There we go. That's one. I don't have to worry about it ever going anywhere. This is not the most powerful soldering iron in the world, so sometimes it takes a little long to get a simple job like this done. There. Put a nice bead on it. See how it spreads when it heats up? There you go, it spread right in. Then you let off. And that's it. That's on, and it's never going anywhere. Take these little things right here. If you get like a pair of pliers or cutters or whatever, and just cut them off. And that's how you do it. Now we're gonna do the other one, and then we're gonna install it. So now, since we have both speakers soldered properly with their terminals on, what we're gonna do is, before we install the speakers, we're gonna test them. You don't want to install the speakers and then turn the radio on and have something not work and have to undo everything again. So we're gonna test them now. So it's working, so now we're just going to tighten it up and finish the job.
Aren't you his best friend?
Yeah. Alright, so pretty much this is one complete speaker and the other one is getting done right now. So you just put everything in reverse order. Put the little tab goes towards the back seats, the big tab towards the back, glass window. Put it in like that. Excuse me. Oh, wrong side. I think this is the, yeah, this is for you. That's your side. This is my side. I'm gonna have to retake that one.
What?
There we go. Actually, my mistake. It's small side towards back window. Line it up. Big side towards the back seat. Make sure you got it in. And that's it. That's your new speaker. The other one's about to go in. And that's how you put in back speakers on a 1992 to 1995 Ford Taurus and Ford Taurus SHO. Station wagon and Mercury Sable are probably different because of the design, and I don't have that car, so I can't do a video on it. Thanks for watching, guys.